Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpack Trader Training Room for Thursday, March 16th, 2023. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risk and should only be attempted with funds that you can afford to do without. All right. Less than a minute to market open. YM has hit money management and stopped out, so it's flat. Got 30 seconds to go. Crude and unleaded are both done already with their sessions. All right, YM still flat. The Russell first trade is 16 seconds after market open. That looks like it's probably the long is probably avoided. The short is too fast to have traded and getting to money management in 7 seconds. So no trades thus far on the Russell. Al Nazi with a long trade, and we're in Al Nazi triggering in. And we will wait to see what that does. Soybeans. And YM picking up a long trade at 8.57. 9 seconds, and that's a pretty good move, so you may or may not have been able to get into that. And there is target 1. Soybeans also getting to target. Plenty of you got a second chance to get into that one if you didn't initially. Target 1 trailing at 93 flat at the moment. Target 1 was worth 19 ticks. This is a pretty big trade for soybeans. Target 2 is at 88 flat. Missed it by a tick. You might want to play this one for profit. All right, YM stopped out for a couple of ticks on just a few ticks on the trailer after a sizable target, 20 tick target 1, so that was a minimum target 1. Would be one and done. $14.92 flat for the soybeans trailer, and we did get target 2. Soybeans setting new session lows. Russell long. That one's definitely avoided. It spiked through the entry too fast and then went to full stop out. Now, same thing with the short. So still no trades through those first 4. Now 5th trade, we end up in the long, and that ends up hitting target 3 on the nose, and then coming back for a break-even stop. So one winner. All right, let's take a look at crude oil. 9 a.m. start. We get a short off the 50 EMA at 30 seconds after. Plenty of time to get in that. Comes down through target money management and target 1 for 21 ticks and target 2 for 33. So 54 ticks this morning. One and done session on crude. And there is, if you didn't get into this first trade, here's a short on the YM. Looked like you had time to get into that. And there is a target 1 on the short side, so 27 ticks there. That definitely will put you POQ. That was a 12-second bar, and when I saw the trade, you should have been able to get into it. Another 3 seconds. Probably avoided that trade. Have to check it. Jittery market. Now this long trade, there's plenty of time. Yeah, we just hit the entry. Plenty of time to have your order in for that one. So we are long on the Russell, and there it goes. Target 3, target 4, and trailing. YM stopping out for, let's see, stops out at 891. No, that can't be right. That's right, yeah, 891. The entry was at 894, so we pick up 3 ticks on the trailer. 30 tick net, and the YM is done. Soybeans, 89.5. Now 89 flat for the stop. Still in that trade. Unleaded gas, 20 SMA trade at 901.57. And you got to pull back, plenty of time to get in that. That picks up target 1 for 49 ticks for target 1 traders. And looks like we come down to 196 from 216, so 20 ticks on the trailer, 69 ticks net for target 1 traders, 40 ticks so far for target 2 traders. You'll need another trade, and that ends up being this long trade coming out of the short right after it stops out. 201 for the entry. Getting just shy of target 2. Target 2 is at 43, and we got to 42. Yeah, that's one of those trade for profit. Yeah, maybe take it off at target 1. So at least pick up 26 ticks on target 1. And because you have a profitable position, you'd go ahead and set the stop at 202 and take a tick on the trailer for 27 ticks. Added to your 40 gives you 67, and so it's pretty much the same whether it's you've traded target 1 or target 2 this morning. Not what I wanted. There's the micro NQ. Now, where's our start time? There's our start time. So we actually got in that trade, and it ended up being a break even. The long trade, we've got a wick over here on bar 4 after the setup, so definitely in that. And that is a winner, a target 2. Stop at 345 flat. Soybeans at 88 flat. And did we make target 3? 85.25? Yes, we did, because we got down to 85 flat. So 3 targets and still trailing 87.5. Big win today. That's 19.29 is 48, and another 40 is 88. So 22 points. That's overhead. That's $1,100 just on the targets with a single contract at each target. Pound Aussie. I didn't mark up that trade, but looks like we just hit money management. Good morning, Private Eye. Small crowd this morning. Volumes are split on the energies today. Target 1 filled on the pound Aussie. And waiting for, okay, target trailing on the MNQ, 360 and a quarter. That'll be a one and done on the pound Aussie today once spreads settle down. That looks like a nice long trade on the Russell if we got in it. That trade, yeah, that's the one that hit money management. And yes, we definitely got in that trade. That was so we've got, let's see, did we get anything? Yeah, that was avoided. So yes, that was the trade that we got into. So targets 3 and 4 and a nice trailer for a second win on 2 trades so far. Light crowd this morning. And soybeans stopping out at 87 and a half. The entry was at 95 and a quarter. So 7 3/4 points on top of the 11 points. I'm sorry, 22 points. So 29 and a half points this morning on soybeans. And target 2 on the pound Aussie. Micro NQ stops out. Adjust your entry if you aren't already in the short on Micro NQ, and there you go. There's your entry. Short on the Micro NQ, short on the Russell as well. And how fast did that go through? 1, 2, yeah, 7 seconds to that one. Well, that's still only 7 seconds. I would say that one very likely got away from us on the Russell. So soybeans is a one and done this morning. Big trade. 29 and a half points. So almost $1,500 on that trade. 1475. Micro NQ short, and the pound Aussie is long. Stop on the pound Aussie at 153 now. Trying to push up to target 3. Good morning, Bottler Solutions. All right, target 3 on the pound Aussie. Just missing money management. Actually, we did hit target 1, but it was not quite far enough to get to money management. Target 1 was 16.5. Oh no, we missed it by a tick. That's what it is. 34.25 for target. We got as low as 34.5. Pound Aussie stop up to 164. That's turning into a very nice trade this morning. Please do say hello. That's the only way I know who's here. So the YM soybeans both done, crude and unleaded were POQs. That's 4 out of 4. The micro Russell on Catapult is certainly positive, 2 wins, and the short trade did stop out. That one was, I believe, went too fast to catch. We took a full stop, unfortunately, on the micro NQ, and flipped to long. So long on the micro NQ. About 9 minutes before our 10 a.m. crude session. That looks like the way it's going to be. Yep, that's 10 tick. 168 for the pound Aussie stop, getting close to target 4. Looks like we missed target 4 by just a few pips. Actually, just a few ticks. That's see if there's some more juice in that one. See if we'll test the balance, see if the balance line will give us some support. That's what I'm here for too, Aaron. Long trade on the Russell, and plenty of time to get into that. Just hit the entry for again, and it just pulled back again. So definitely in that trade. Definitely in the MNQ long, and the Russell takes a full loss. Against 2 nice winners. Pound Aussie stop to 172. Price action coming right down to the balance line and bouncing off, it looks like, on the pound Aussie. Money management on the micro Russell or micro NQ Stop to 366 flat. So our upper left, lower left, and bottom center are the only three charts still running this morning. Everything else so far is POQ, power of quitting. And we've got about 5 minutes plus to the 10 a.m. crude mini session. Still on the April contract, 120,000 to 70,000 for the volume. I wouldn't be surprised to see volume roll over tomorrow. So you check your volumes first thing in the morning before you start any trading. I would keep my stop at 72 since this is POQ trade. Try to stay in it and ignore the stop and reverse, because the stop and reverse is only going to be an exit point anyway, and it's only an additional 2-tick risk. With 2 positions currently on. Just missing target 4. MNQ, target 2. That's winner number 2 to go with. So 1 win, 1 loss on the micro NQ. I think that's right. And a break even, that's right. So that's our second win. Now looking for our, that's our second winner. Crude down into the mid-60s. Well, the gas at the pump should be getting cheaper. Under 3 minutes to our 9 a.m. crude or 10 a.m. crude session, mini session. All right, and pound Aussie did stop out. So that is a POQ chart. Russell bounce. Yeah, that's right. We took the floss on that one. Micro NQ. Target 3 and working up toward target 4. Trailing at 395. 395 flat for the trailing stop. And less than a minute for crude. And into our crude session. 10 o'clock. Did we get target 4? Looks, yeah, we got target 4 on the micro NQ. 398 for the stop. There's a short on crude. And plenty of time to get in that now. Crude in the short. Trying to push through the 50 EMA, which has proved problematic of late. Target will be target 2 and target 3 because the target 1 is less than 10 ticks. $4.01 for the micro NQ stop. Still trying to work through that 50 EMA. It so far this morning has been providing, or at least the last 15 or 20 minutes has been providing support. Just a very, very slow drift upward. Micro NQ trailing stop to 412.5. And pushing down into the short. Got to close below the 50. And there is money management. And targets 2 and 3, so one and done again on crude. 14 and 20, 34 ticks on that one. So crude's returned to 80 something ticks today on 2 mini sessions. Micro NQ stops out. That's a break even, a win, a loss, 2 wins, 1 loss, and 1 break even. We can take 2 more trades since we have one loss and 2 wins, so we're going to be taking 2 more trades there. That was a quick 10 a.m. session. If you blinked, you missed it. I think we went out at what? The 412.50. And a short trade on the micro NQ now. has not triggered yet. More folks. Welcome to those joining us late. It's been a successful morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 POQ sessions on various charts. And we're positive on both the micro Russell and the micro NQ at the moment. Although not getting much in the way of trades out of the micro Russell right now. And good morning, Monty. And short, definitely in that short on the micro NQ. And there is money management, so 404.50, 404.5 for the trailing stop. So this will be at least a break-even trade. And getting very close to target 2. 376 flat. 376.25. We get 3 ticks away. And there's target 2. So win number 3. Three wins, 1 break even, 1 loss so far. Target 2 win. So we can still waiting to see where it goes from there. Russell just not able to get in sync with the setups. Moving nicely, but not getting any setups at the moment. And all the 3 of our indices plus crude turning up now. Or at least taking a small upward move. The Russell is in a situation where it's moving back and forth, but it's moving too fast. So the crossovers are happening and the trades are not setting up beyond that 14 EMA, this light cyan. or dark cyan actually, I guess is what I have that line set at. So if it doesn't get beyond that, above for a long, below for a short, the trade is filtered out. There's a short, and should have had time to get into that. Yeah, 9 seconds on the first bar. Money management. 36.2 for the stop. And the micro NQ trailing 386 and a half, and a break-even stop out on the Russell. And a stop out on the micro NQ as well on the trailer. One trade to go this morning on the micro NQ. I started to say the audience is growing here. Any questions? Long trade set up on the micro NQ now. Not triggered yet, and plenty of time to have your order in. There's entry. So long on the MNQ, final trade of the morning for that market. And that will definitely will be positive. Three wins, a break even, and a loss on the 5 trades so far. Thank you very much, Aaron. You're quite welcome. Please hit the like button if you feel like you're getting benefit out of these. These charts are all based on Troy's strategies. Spotlight, Catapult, and Spotlight, Power Trader, Catapult. E-minis actually are the only thing I'm working with here, and Counterpunch on soybeans. And another short on the Russell. I don't think we're out of our 6 trades on the Russell yet. Waiting for the micro Russell or the micro NQ. I got the micro Russell short and micro NQ long, so probably one of these is not going to fare well. The Russell trade is a little bit longer, a little bit bigger trade because we've got a wick on the bar there. So you got a larger trade because it's a larger bar than usual. All right, micro NQs takes a second loss this morning. So 3 wins and a loss, and 3 wins, 2 losses, and a break even. So it should be a marginally positive session. And looks like we've hit, and there's money management, so stop comes to break even, 33.6 on the Russell. Yeah, that started trailing before we got to target 1 because it is a larger trade. That's our last chart at the moment. Looks like this is, well, looked like it might be a break even, but trying to possibly make another push. Surviving the test. Tested the stop that time. Still not sure it's going to push down and continue to set new session lows. Interesting that the micro NQ is just barely below the session open, whereas the Russell and the YM are both setting session lows. So a bit of market divergence there. Our target, our first actionable target on the micro Russell M2K is target 3. Stop has moved down to 33.1. I I probably would consider leaving my stop at 33.6. Until I got another down close. Honor that wick. So that's a little minor swing level. Crude down below 66. Okay, now I would definitely go ahead and move my stop down 32.7. We'll follow this trade to its conclusion, and then unless there are questions, I think it will be time to call it a morning. And stopping out at 32.7. So I'll put out a final call for questions this morning. Sorry to say that, I think, was a successful session on all of our charts. All of our charts, all of our sessions. So 8 different sessions. 8 different trade plan sessions this morning, and I think we're positive on all 8. So a very successful morning. Big winner this morning was soybeans. Four-position trade, so it takes a fairly good size account to do that trade. But that trade was worth $1,500, almost $1,500 this morning, with just four positions at a single contract per position. Well, I'm not seeing any questions, folks. So I am going to bid everybody farewell. Wrap up another week. Good luck with your trading this afternoon if you're trading more today. And with your trading tomorrow, be sure to check your volumes on the energies tomorrow. We are right around the time of the month where you will be rolling, where the volume should move from April to May. Tomorrow or Monday most likely would be my guess. One of those 2 days is the volume will move across. I did not look at unleaded to see what its volume looks like. Actually, it should have been trading the May contract on unleaded, although it's split contracts. Pretty muted session. There's 15,000 contracts total. Whereas it looks like yesterday volume was higher as well. So that's something I've noticed, that unleaded will roll over sooner, usually 2 or 3 days before crude. So I didn't check that this morning. Should have been following the May contract, so I'm going to go ahead and change that right now. Before I close it, and we'll be back on Tuesday with the May contract. I am sure that crude will have rolled by Tuesday as well. You too, Monty. And I will see everybody on Tuesday, 9:30 Eastern Daylight Time. U.S. is in daylight savings time for any of those of you not in the U.S. or in Arizona. So the markets are on daylight savings time, or daylight time. You too, Aaron. Everybody have a good one. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll do it again on Tuesday.